Wish the train wouldn't come. I snarked to myself as I walked over to Mia, who was sitting on a nearby bench. It appeared as though Mia had regained her cheerful attitude. She was clutching her school bag and rocking from side to side. I never knew anyone who felt that good after going to the toilet. She must have had a really big bowl. Smack. Gonna stop myself right there. Then it occurred to me. With everything that had happened, Mia would have missed her normal train as well. And she hadn't been to look out the schedule. Although she didn't seem at all anxious. For all I knew, her usual train hadn't even arrived yet. Maybe this was a usual routine for her. Not gonna laugh for her. It's gonna be weird. Complete silence with the dots. Or maybe she was just so lost in her own little world that she didn't even know where she was. What? Just as well I was with her at that point. If Mia was sitting by herself, completely unaware of her surroundings, and some perv sat down next to her, well, I didn't want to think about that. I'd had more than enough lecherous thoughts for one afternoon out anyway. Ground control to Major Mia. I tapped Mia lightly on the shoulder. Eh? And much like back at school, she awoke from her daydream with a small jump. Oh, Tristan. The one and only. Yep, there's only one Tristan in this world, guys, and that is me. Same exact response, too. I was starting to wonder if this girl was really as introverted as everyone said she was. Perhaps she was just spacey. For example, when the other students tried to talk to her at school, it could be that her head was in the clouds and she simply didn't notice them. That could easily be misconstrued as being reclusive. But that would also account for her other reputation of being weird. It could be that during the course of our brief encounter, I, the new kid, managed to solve the mystery of the quiet loner girl. I decided I would report my findings to the other students at school the next day. It was possible that I would also be able to help me make some friends. Before I could do any of that, I had to make sure that she had made it home in one piece. I just checked the timetable. My train will be here in 20 minutes. Have you checked to see when your train arrives yet? Shall I take that as a no? Go and check, please. Loss of silence, isn't there? Nod. Mia placed her bag on the seat and went to go look at the timetable. Okay, that was just weird. It felt like I was a parent interrogating their child about doing their homework or something. I asked Mia in a soft yet assertive voice if she had done what she was supposed to do. She hesitated. I asked her in the same tone of voice to do as she's told. And after more hesitating, she gave in and did it. Was this how my parents felt when they had to discipline me? Looked like I owed them an apology. I watched Mia examining the timetables. Because of her height, she had to stand on her toes to see it properly. It was funny to watch, not to mention pretty cute. I should probably stop being a jerk and go over there and actually help her. Maybe an extra set of eyes will help her find her train quicker. I got up to walk over to her. Rustle. When I remembered her school bag was seated next to me, I turned back and saw that it had fallen off the seat, and some things had fallen out. Again. Apparently this girl was not in the habit of closing her bag properly. I bent down and started putting the items back into the bag. Huh? And then something caught my eye. What is it? Is it the scissors that she tried stabbing me with in the last time? Let's see. Amongst the spilled contents was the calculator that I had accidentally broke and then disposed of. The calculator. That's weird. What on earth is this doing back in Mia's bag? She didn't. Back at school when she said she needed to use the toilet. Could it be that that when she finished, she snuck into the classroom and took the calculator out of the trash? It's also possible that she never even needed to use the toilet to begin with. Perhaps she simply made up an excuse so that I would leave and she could sneak in and take it. Come to think of it, the time she started getting all quiet was when I disposed of the calculator. When I was brushing the dirt off of her, the direction she was staring in was the classroom where I had disposed of it. The time that she started behaving capitally again was after she came back from the toilet. Of course, it all made sense now. For some unknown reason, Mia really wanted her calculator back, regardless of its condition. All the pieces were falling into place. Broken calculator, pieces falling into place. Oh my gosh. Sort of. But why would she hide it from me? More importantly, how would she lie to me in order to retrieve it? Why didn't she just ask me to give it back to her instead of letting me toss it away? Was it really that precious to her? It just looked like an ordinary calculator to me. But, for all I knew, it was a gift from a loved one that she cherished with all her heart. I guess I really didn't have any right to just throw it away without asking her first. I decided to put it back and pretend that I didn't see anything. Given the circumstances, it was the least I could do. What the? As I went to put the calculator back in the bag, I felt something slimy on my fingers. I don't want to even know what this is. I looked at my hand and saw that it was covered in a clear liquid. It was saliva. Gah, nasty. When did that happen? Did I spit on it at some point? Well, the blank is with some people. As I recoiled in disgust, I dropped the calculator back onto the ground. I leaned in to pick it up, and then I noticed something. Okay, that's bizarre. The calculator also had saliva on it. Not on every inch of it, mind you. It looked like someone had it looked more like it had originated from the broken screen and then ran down when the calculator was tilted upwards. But even so, there was a lot of it. It was as if someone had been making out with it, like one of those really steamy movies that my mom doesn't want I watch. Oh wow. Apparently the character's a pervert. The real question was it Mia's saliva? Or did it get onto the calculator because of something else that was also in the trash that just happened to have saliva on it? A lot of kids threw their food wrappers and stuff into the trash at lunch today. And some kids were pretty keen on looking up every last crumb or whatever from the packs before they threw them away. Maybe it came from one of those. It wasn't about the realm of possibility, but wait. I couldn't remember whether or not the trash bag had been replaced before I disposed of the calculator. Tristan? Whoa. Scared me. I spun around to find Mia standing over me. When did she get there? She must have had the stealth of a cat. My train arrives in 18 minutes. Huh? Alright, great. Tristan, you idiot. At least try to remember what you were doing beforehand so you can avoid looking suspicious. I quickly stuffed the calculator into my blazer pocket. Given its condition, that probably wasn't the best move. What are you doing on the floor with my school bag? Oh, this? It fell down and I was just picking it up for you. I stood up and handed her the bag. She had a dubious look in her eye. I hope that she didn't feel the need to verify that everything was there. Tristan is so nice. I am. I'm amazingly nice. He's always looking out for me. I'm so happy. Mia took the bag and hugged it tightly. No doubt she assumed the calculator was still in there. Little did she know that it was currently in my pocket. Yeah, that's me alright. Mr. Nice Guy. I'd stolen it away from her a second time. Some nice guy I was. Sure, I took it out spontaneously or whatever. But that was no excuse. I needed to find the way to give the calculator back to Mia without her getting mad. So, you said your train was a ways off as well, right? Nod. Well, in that case, I'm going to save here. Yeah. Okay. What should we do? If we do the wrong decision, we can always go back, but